heard about the gambling scandal. Do tell.
There's a whole Kash Patel, the director of the FBI. He cracked down on a whole gambling casino mafia, and apparently it's tied to the NBA. It all started with this one NBA
To the
player.
FDA? You
No,
said tied to
NBA, the basketball players.
the NBA? Like Michael
Yeah, it has
Jordan?
ties to the NBA. The actual basketball players themselves are like
You
having
know Michael
control over the
Jordan run up a
casinos.
You know Michael Jordan like run up a bunch of gambling debt or lost a whole bunch to gambling,
Yeah, they
didn't
said
he?
that's why his dad got unalived and taken out.
Shit.
I mean, that's a rumor. It's not confirmed, but that's why they say
Wouldn't
Michael
surprise
Jordan's
me.
dad lost his life because of his son's debts.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Not in the least.
I mean, it probably goes to back then, even with that whole gambling situation. If I had to guess, it probably goes all the way back, to that time, to the '80s, where they had ties. The mafia, the mafia. I call it the mafia because, I mean, I'm not trying to be racist here, or racial, but when was the last time you seen a group of black mafia guys? Black people normally
No,
run gangs and those
it was
kinds of
rumored.
things.
It's another rumor, but it was rumored Mike Tyson had ties to the mafia, but I don't think he was ever any more than a tough guy if he was. He was probably the guy that beat other people up.
Probably that sounds like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We got 2 people in here. Drop us a comment. Let me
Hello
know
up,
who's watching.
everybody.
No, that was one of the major things. And right now, Trump is on his way to Asia. I mean, I thought he was going to go to Asia next week, but if he wants to meet with Xi Jinping or whatever the hell the Chinese president's name is today, that's perfectly fine with me. But, I just want to know if the tariffs are going to go into act. I think the tariffs are going to go into act because he already did the rare earth mineral deals with Australia to get rare earth minerals from Australia instead of China, and that
I
tells
want
me
to
that
see
he
us.
doesn't want to do business with.
I want to see us start getting our own. We shouldn't even be dealing with Australia. We should be
He's
mining our
working on
own.
it. He's working on it, but he needs something that we can get the minerals right here, right now from.
No,
So,
I get that. I understand that. The here and now. That makes perfect sense.
but we're still doing it. I think in Alaska, he said, or where was that one place he said we're going to dig up for rare earth minerals? I think in
There was a
Alaska.
couple. There's actually a couple of places, but I think
Yeah.
Alaska was one of them. Alaska's sitting on a whole lot of oil too.
Yeah, for sure. No, I saw the stuff going on with Mr. Chris. I'm definitely gonna need answers for that after this because that was
I'm
suspect.
sure it was in response to a previous conversation, but it's like I told him, I said, You call me a puppet? Well, maybe you should be a little more careful with your wording.
Hey there, you can make a braid on that tie on that beard. He doesn't have a braid in right now, but yeah, he can.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I usually tie it up after a shower. That's how I keep it so nice, straight, and neat. See, check this out. Most people in their bratty ass beards can't do this. See here? That's because I have a healthy beard.
That
Run
is a
brush
healthy
right
beard.
through it. Most people try and run a brush through their beard, be like this. Oh, I can't get it. No, not me. Yeah.
You're cracking me up. No, it has some connection. They cracked down on the mafia. They cracked down on the gambling mafia. I don't know too much of the details, but I know they got some stuff going on. It all started with this one basketball player. This one arrest is leading to a whole exposure of
Whose
what's going
arrest
on.
was it?
I don't know the basketball player's name honestly. I never heard him of in my life. His name is Terry Roger.
No, never heard of him.
I think he might play on the Miami Heat. Let me see. No, he plays for the Heat, I think.
That
Yeah, he
was
plays for the Heat.
That was Magic Johnson's team. What isn't that the one he started?
Magic Johnson? I don't think he played on the Heat, but I could be
No, I think he
wrong.
only started it or something. Didn't he start one?
Yeah, no, he didn't start one. He didn't start Miami Heat. I don't know what he
Oh,
started.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know
But
about the Heat,
yeah,
but
But yeah, that text with Chris.
I just find it weird when a trans a natural born man is telling us how he puts a little boy on the front of his bicycle. I might
Well,
want to
no, he
call
said I
like
can't
the
go ride
FBI, the
bikes with a
CIA.
kid. He said I can't go ride bikes with a kid, which is still foobarred.
No, he
I mean,
said
I
I
don't.
can't. He said I can't ride bikes with a kid anymore.
Yeah,
When were you
I don't ride bikes.
ever able to
And,
ride
and
bikes
then
with a
look
kid?
at him. And then look at him. Does he look like he's been riding a bicycle?
I don't think so. But if he's riding bikes with little kids, that's also really disturbing. What's up,
Yeah.
time?
I think it would be disturbing if I was to look at you and say, "Hey, Graham, I can't go ride bikes with kids no more.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I'm gonna
I'm
fucking go wash
sorry, but
my
I'm gonna
mouth
call the
out with soap.
police.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
call the police, honestly. He's lucky he doesn't know what city he lives in, because if I knew what city he lives in, I'm probably gonna be like, hey, there's a bald fella who has hair on the side, and he calls himself a woman. He removed his
There's a
nuts, but
bald
he's
fella. There's
riding
a
bikes
bald
with
fella
kids.
wearing a wig that removed himself from his penis. That is talking about he can't go ride bicycles with children anymore.
Yeah, no, I that sounds like something you need to call the FBI about. But they're a little bit busy with this gambling mafia, but they should definitely look into this fella.
Morning time. Yeah, they should definitely look into the gambling. But I mean, shit, they ought to look into that. Who was it? Pritzker that won a $1.5 million.
Oh, Pritzker has a Trump derangement syndrome.
But didn't he win a bunch of money just recently?
Thank you. Yeah, he won 1.2 $1 million.
Yeah, and then what I heard was you just said Pritzker money laundered.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pritzker has Trump derangement syndrome. He doesn't care if his whole state was on fire and Trump had enough water to put it out. He'd be like, "No, no, we're fine over here. We're not burning down." That's how delusional he is.
Yeah.
I'm Hispanic, American here, love ICE. Well, shout out the Hispanics for ICE. That's another thing that Tom Homan said today on the news. He said, I've seen enough dead bodies of ICE members. I've been to enough ICE members' funerals. This needs to stop. Well, in my opinion, I would do this. If you harm an ICE officer, if you take their life, I'm going to give you, life in
Did
prison.
you see the
Not even
post?
life in prison, the death penalty.
Did you see the post Omar posted? He
No.
he posted a fucking article, a video about ICE, and I watched the video because it didn't have anything to do with systematic racism. And he also put the comment that ICE is garbage. Okay, what it was a U.S. Marshal got hit by a stray bullet. Okay, I can tell from that, from just his comment, that Omar does not have very much experience with guns because, okay, a stray bullet. What is a stray bullet? Is a stray bullet crossfire? Is it friendly fire? Or is it something else? Because I think a stray bullet is something else. I think a stray bullet is a ricochet, something that did not go its intended direction. I've been hit by a stray bullet twice in my life. Both times it was not enough power to even penetrate the skin. Like, for instance, shooting a 22. 22s are notorious for it. They will bounce. And it bounced back, and actually, I don't remember if it hit me in the head or whatever, but it wasn't nothing major. Now, it could have been. It could. That's why they say to always wear safety glasses when shooting firearms, which you should really do it if you're shooting 22s or pellet rifles. Okay. Then you've got the other time where my dad
Look at this
started
liberal. He
shooting.
says stray bullets. There are no stray bullets. Hey, liberal, go to a
Oh,
shooting range, learn a little bit about guns.
yeah, listen up a little bit, Townsend, and I'm going to educate you on stray bullets, okay? But it involves you opening your mind and shutting your mouth, okay? Now, I know this is two things at one time, but I think you can do it, okay? So I already explained one stray bullet. Now, another stray bullet that I got hit by was my dad. my dad was shooting into the woods, and I live on the other side of the woods. And my dad was shooting in the woods thinking, the trees are going to stop the bullets. He was shooting the 357 Magnum.
Oh, Jesus.
And I heard this bullet actually ricochet a couple of times. A ricochet is a stray bullet. And this bullet actually had just enough power to where it just fell out of the air and landed and hit me on the top of the noggin. And at that point, I started screaming like a little girl, Dad, Dad, stop shooting. Please stop shooting, Dad. And actually, my bike, my motorcycle, has been hit by a stray bullet. Again, bullet hits the ground. Bullet bounces. It was a 45 ACP. They are already a slow bullet. And it actually, I've still got the damage on the bike. I mean, you can't hardly tell it, so I ain't never fixed it. Plus, I think it adds a little character. You know, hey, my bike's been shot by a bullet.
That's pretty
But
badass.
yeah, exactly. So it bounces into the gravels, bounces out of the gravels. I don't know if you'd call it a bounce or a ricochet itself, but again, stray bullet hits the bike. So
What happened with the ICE members or the ICE agents? How did they get
it
shot
was
with a
it was
stray
a
bullet?
marshal. It was U.S. Marshal. Evidently, they were trying to apprehend a suspected illegal for questioning, and instead of cooperating with the police, the suspected illegal, and I believe it was illegal, but we're going to say suspected illegal, started ramming people with his car. Now,
And they
when
shot him. I think I
someone,
saw this. They took his life or something.
well, he may have, but what do you do when somebody starts ramming people with his car? You don't have time to think out, plan out your shots per se, and shit happens. That is called a occupational hazard, unfortunately, and it is a occupational hazard in that job. And a
Yeah, I think
U.S.
they took
Marshal
his
got,
life. The Democrats were all like, boo-hoo, a little illegal alien immigrant lost his life, acting like he was the victim. He was ramming his truck into a crowd of ICE
yeah,
agents.
yeah. Let me tell you what, you put a professional driver behind that wheel, I guarantee you that'd been more efficient than an illegal driver, an illegal alien driver. And the U.S. Marshal actually took a shot to the hand, is what happened, from a stray bullet. So anybody that thinks ICE is garbage needs to just shut the fuck up, pull their lip over their head, and swallow.
Yeah, no kidding.
So now that we all have a new understanding of what a stray bullet is, I'm glad I was able to educate everybody on that, especially the guy that doesn't believe there's no such thing as a stray bullet.
He's
I
definitely a
bet.
Democrat. There's 105% chance, random number, that he is a Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
I
No
remember
doubt.
one time I debated about a gun control with a guy that never shot a gun before. And that was a hoot and that was a holler. Because this guy
Yeah.
knew nothing about anything. And he was from
Yeah.
Denver, one of the most blue liberal states in the entire country. Well, cities and a blue city and a blue state that harbors
You know,
illegal alien immigrants. Their
you know,
healthcare prices went up 600% last year because Biden let 44,000 illegals come to Denver and start living there.
you ought to look into moving to Denver. You can't. The only way you can move to Denver is if you have a home beforehand and a job.
Why? They made
So
new laws or something? New restrictions?
they've got new restrictions, and then you can't go up there. There's nowhere for a camper because they had there was some kind of a gold rush, so to speak. I don't know if it had to do with fracking or drilling oil. It had some. There was some kind of resource gold rush about 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, and people were up there trying to cash in on it, trying to work, and people were living out of campers, and you could not stay in Denver, Colorado because the police would arrest you.
Oh, they'll arrest you for that, but an illegal alien immigrant can come and they'll shit on the street naked
You
in front of
know,
everybody, and that's fine.
do I remember? Did I dream this or was this real? When all those illegal immigrants got bussed into Martha's Vineyard, didn't the inhabitants of Martha's
Can we
Vineyard
get to 25
get
likes?
a
We did
hold
restart
of
the stream over
the
again.
National Guard to remove the infestation? Didn't they do
Trumpkin
that?
spice. This one's actually funny. Trumpkin spice and everything ice.
Hey, I'd try it.
Pumpkin spice and I don't know, something ice. Trumpkin
I
spice and
would
everything
try it.
ice. Imagine if a coffee shop came out with the Trumpkin spice and everything ice, literally coffee. That would be epic. It would just be orange on the inside. I mean, some people are really good at making coffees. Like, I've seen some people where they can make little designs on the coffee. They might be able to make Trump's face on a coffee. Like, on the very top of the coffee where the foam is, I've seen some people be able to make
I
all
don't know
kinds of
how they
different
do that
things.
shit. I really don't.
I don't know how they
I'm,
do it either. They take a needle and they somehow do it. It's like amazing to me. But a Trumpkin spice
the trick
and
would be
everything
getting that
ice.
done before your. The trick would be getting that done before your coffee's cold.
Yeah, no, they do it quickly. Dude, I don't know how they do it in like in 30
Which
seconds.
I'm
Like
really
do
not
do
a.
do
I'm
do do
really. I
do.
mean, I'm not gonna say I ain't ever had a iced coffee because I think everybody's had a caramel macchiato. I think everyone's had one of
Oh, Chris
those.
loves those. Chris is going. Hey, Chris, if you're watching, we know you're going to Starbucks getting your Trumpkin spice
That
iced
Chris. Okay.
pumpkin latte. Yeah, that Chris,
But
the actual
honestly,
Chris,
I
not the
prefer.
bootleg. She Chris.
Yeah, but honestly, I prefer my coffee hot.
Yeah, I have a second coffee right here. It's pretty hot. I'm waiting for it to
Oh
cool
my
down.
gosh. Martha Vineyard immigrants were legal immigrants. Listen here, Pryon. Calling an illegal immigrant a legal immigrant or immigrant is like calling a meth dealer an unlicensed pharmacist.
Yeah, we're just street pharmacists, dude. We're just street pharmacists. No, who got caught? Who got caught at Martha's Vineyard with illegals? Was that Obama? He was the king of the illegals.
Obama and they have a place up in Martha's Vineyard. That's amazing too, right? I mean, as divisive as Obama and Big Mike are, they had to go purchase property in one of the whitest neighborhoods in America.
Yeah, what happened to Black Lives Matter? Come on, don't they love their Black Lives Matter? Go live in the hood. Go live in one of your urban developments. You love the Black Lives Matter.
There was another truck driver. There was another truck driver that killed three more U.S. citizens
Was that another
in
Indian dude? I
California.
saw that the thing you sent me.
Another scene. There's been
I thought
two
it was the same
scenes.
guy. What's up with these Indian dudes not knowing how to drive?
No, there are a lot of scenes. I don't know if it's that their family heritage is like a branch or like a weed or what, but there are a lot of scenes.
Why can't the people that do the commercial driver's license just pull out every single thing so they're not any of them are allowed to drive?
They
All
ought to
lives
be held
matter. That's what I'm
accountable.
talking about, trucker Zach. All lives do matter, except the
That's right.
Sings that don't know how to drive trucks and they have no remorse. No, even
Yeah,
they
keep
matter.
keep sings out of commercial vehicles.
From
If
one
their last
trucker,
name is
from
Sing, if
one
they're a
trucker to
Sing,
another trucker, Zach. We need to keep all Sings
yeah,
out of the
yeah,
freaking.
keep all Sings out of the commercial driver's
If
seat.
I see a dude going down the highway now and he has not a hijab, a turban on his head, and he looks like his last name might be Singh, I'm moving the fuck out of the way, dude. Like I'm just gonna pull over to the emergency lane and go ahead and let him pass me because that shit's gonna scare the living daylights out of me.
Yeah, yeah, it blows my mind that
Use
two
Medicaid? Well,
things.
unfortunately, we don't qualify for Medicaid because we're not illegal alien immigrants. But try again.
Hey, do you want to talk about tariffs for a minute?
Sure, let's talk about tariffs.
Have you heard about Canada?
I heard that their liquor companies have been going bankrupt since they can't sell our whiskey anymore.
I mean, you're right. You're right, but no, that's not all. No, it's just happened a few hours ago, maybe last night. So I'm surprised you ain't heard this because you're usually up on this stuff before me. Uh, Holy shit. Gear Jammer says I'm a trucker and I can't even get away from them on the interstate. Yeah, no doubt. But okay, back to
Holy
tariffs.
shit.
Back to tariffs. Canada aired a commercial that involved a doctored speech from Ronald Reagan saying that tariffs were bad. And you'll have to look that up and watch it. But because
Canadian
of
propaganda.
Canadian propaganda, so because Canadians decided to use Ronald Reagan, one of our former presidents, in their propaganda, Trump isn't actually even tariffing them. He's terminating all trade with Canada as of right now.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, he's
Fuck the
going apeshit
Canadians and the
on them.
good ones that want to keep their guns need to move over to Alberta and apply for statehood like pronto.
Yeah, I heard Alberta's going to be doing voting for separation from Canada to be their own nation.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I
The
wouldn't mind.
country of Alberta, huh? In the future, it'll be like, do you want to go to Canada where it smells like spices and feet, or do you want to go to Alberta where the white people are? Not that there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with spices and feet, but you should be able to have the option. Do you want the original Canada? Fuck it, we should make Alberta Canada, and we should make Canada take the Alberta name, or we can call,
Yes, Canada.
Canada. I have a new name. We can call Canada New India. New India. Yeah, that sounds like a good name. New
Yeah, and
India.
Canada is like our little brother, and little brothers fight. And right now, that little brother's getting put in his place.
I heard Trump is going to terminate all trade with China pretty soon as well. I don't know if that's true.
I
That would
think
be
that's
nuts.
not what I heard today. I heard he was actually trying to salvage the China trade. Honestly, I would rather see us terminate trade with China over Canada. I will say that just because I can't stand the Chinese as far as their government goes and their companies because they always they 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 blow their claims up to be bigger than they really are. I mean, they do make some good products, but they don't live up to their claims, and they don't have to. They like their drones. They always say that their drones are, and they are the best drones. There's no reason that they have to blow their claims out of proportion like they do, but they do.
You sound
And
like
to me,
Lewinsky now. You sound like
what's
Lewinsky.
that?
Our drones are the best drones. Trade our drones with your rockets. We'll give you drones. You
Yeah,
give us
fuck
rockets.
Ukrainian drones. Dang on 13-year-olds can build them Ukrainian drones out of their daddy's garage with a soldering
A
iron.
Chinese 7-year-old can build those Ukrainian drones.
We don't need their drones. We got Reaper drones.
We do got Reaper drones.
The Ukrainians?
Bro typed a whole paragraph and no one cared. Yeah, of course I didn't care. I didn't even see what he typed. If he had something to say or something he wanted to talk about, he could have dropped a super chat. I don't know who just dropped a whole paragraph and no one cared, but if you want your comment to be read out loud, discussed, you could have dropped a super chat. So if you're gonna drop a paragraph, at least drop a super chat first. So
Yeah,
then
I will
we'll be
say
on the
this:
lookout for your comment.
if you're going to drop a whole paragraph, you might want to make it a super chat because honestly, I don't read people's life stories. Like even in Discord, when Cessner wrote their life story a minute ago, I'm talking. You scrolled and you scrolled and you
You
scrolled. I'm sorry.
scrolled and you scrolled.
You wasted your time because I ain't reading that bullshit. Maybe I'm an oversimplified human being and I can get my thoughts and feelings out in a few sentences, but maybe that's my superpower. I don't know.
I don't know. But back to the military thing for a second. We know the government is still closed down. We know that, for whatever reason, they're closing down everything. like nothing. The government's closed. I heard people might not get their food stamps. They might not get their EBT. I mean, apparently the government says, yeah, if the shutdown rolls into November, we're not going to be able to pay your EBT money or your food stamps. Now that
Well, you know
sucks for
what?
the Democrats, because they voted for EBT so many times and now it's getting taken away from them. That's really unfortunate. But the military
It
is
is
still going to get their
unfortunate,
pay.
but
Sorry?
these Democrats are getting what they paid for, or not, or what they voted for. I mean, they should be on the phone with their congressmen and representatives and telling them to stop. Hold on here. I might have to talk to a feller for a second. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, that is a nice Kentucky blue sweater you got.
Just being nosy. What y'all working on?
We're working on right up behind here. We're working on a little cabin.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all letting me sit up in here. There ain't many places. Everybody's. I appreciate.
Pretty easy to deal with.
You guys have any actual questions, comments?
Yeah,
Hell, if you
Me
don't
too,
like
sir.
Epstein and you don't like PDF files, drop a super chat. Unless you do like
That
PDF
guy was
files
pretty
and
cool.
Epstein, then
I
don't
thought he was
drop a
gonna make
super
me move
chat. It's
there for a second.
Friday.
I was like, oh,
Everyone
don't
has
make me
99
move.
cents. But this is just a test. I'm curious how many of you Democrats like Epstein. So just a test.
Oh, guys, they can't stop talking about Epstein. They gotta love him.
No, I told him. I said, if you guys don't like Epstein and you don't like PDF files, drop a super chat. Everyone has at least 99 cents to, show me that you don't like Epstein. 99 cents isn't going to change my life. You can't even buy a damn water bottle anymore for 99 cents. But if you don't like Epstein and you don't like PDF files so much, drop a super chat and
Be
tell
honest.
us. A
Democrats
bunch of them are
love
saying they straight
Epstein.
up love Epstein. That's not surprising from the Democrat Party.
No. I mean, let's be honest, okay? There's PDF files everywhere. The Democrat Party seems to have an overabundance of them.
No kidding. We got a bunch of Epstein lovers in here. Quirky, Prion, a bunch of Epstein lovers. But that's neither here nor there.
Say
Let's go back to the
release the
topic.
Epstein files if you love Epstein.
Hey, I am Charlie Kirk. We appreciate that. He says you guys are awesome.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
But let's go
Yeah,
back to
Charlie
the
Kirk's
topic
got us
here.
doubling. Charlie Kirk has us doubling down.
He does have us
We
doubling down.
we
We
didn't
are
get
Charlie
scared.
Kirk.
We got motivated.
That is facts right there. We did get motivated by Charlie Kirk. But another thing, so the military is going to still get paid. They got paid last month. They're going to get paid this month. Trump pulled together all the reserves that he had, all the scraps of the money he had laying around from everywhere out of the government. And
Not to
his
mention
boy,
from the people he let go.
yeah, all that money that he let go. Now, his boy, he donated. One of Trump's friends, I think it's one of Trump's friends, it's someone that loves the country and loves the military. They donated $120 million of their own money to pay the army. The military.
Screw Epstein. Love you guys.
I don't like either. I guess I'll give you my money to show that. Well, appreciate it. At least Matt Corell of Imaginary. We know you don't like Epstein, so that's great for you. None of us like Epstein. Screw Epstein. Love you guys. Hell yeah. I don't like him. Also, I'm not a Democrat. Great to hear. Too fast. Too
Deckard
chat.
Andrew loves Epstein.
See, we got at least 4 or 5 people in here that don't like Epstein, but the rest of them that didn't drop super chats all love Epstein and PDF files. I mean, what else can I say?
Drop your location.
Drop your location.
Okay, I know I really shouldn't do this, but my location is your mama's house.
Don't come there. Don't come there. How do you do super chats? You just click on the chat
Just
button.
call
and you
your
click on the
mama.
money
Just
sign.
call your mama.
You click on the money sign next
And
to the chat bar and you type it up. There you go.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, your mama gonna need a walker before I leave.
Oh no.
Go ahead and pull that out of the closet.
Corky, don't be mad because it's true.
Yeah,
That wasn't a
Corky,
joke.
my generation pioneered these jokes. So you're right. I am making an 8th grade joke from my 8th grade, not yours.
Smash that like button though. We're almost to 50. But the funny thing is Biden couldn't even get any kind of money from anywhere from anyone. But Trump has people loving him in the country so much.
Hey, Julio, listen. My kids is going to be your brothers and sisters. So be nice.
I'm not going to read that comment, Andrew. That's suspect. Good morning, Bridge. Smash that like button, though. We're almost to 50. Hey, Democrats, what needs to happen to open the government? It's okay, Democrats. It's okay. We don't want to open the government anymore anyway. We
Hey,
got
you know
Mr.
what?
Trump's paying the
I
military.
I don't even think us reopening the government even has anything to do with the $101.5 trillion they want for illegal immigrants. I don't think even. I think that's a ridiculous claim. I think that they asked for something ridiculous because they ain't got no interest in opening the government back up, and they're not going to open it back up not before the shutdown is the record length of all time.
It's already
Because
the record length.
it's
We're
only like
almost a
5
week longer
Democrats
than the
holding
record
this
right
up.
now.
You talk about a dime holding a dollar up, that dime's 5 Democrats.
I mean, all the Republicans are fine with keeping the government closed down. We don't get any EBT or any of that bullshit. But, the only thing we'll care about is our loved ones probably not getting their Social Security. But even
Not
that,
only that, keep this in mind. Midterms are right around the corner. I think it's going to be, not only are we going to be picking up seats just because there's no more racial gerrymandering like Democrats love to do, but I think people's going to be less prone to vote for Democrat, being that it was 5 Democrats. The lack of 5 Democrat votes. It's actually more like 60 Democrats that
we just
is
got to keep the
holding
word
up.
alive. We got to keep the
Or is
word
it 40?
alive. I think most people realize that it's the Democrats because, just yesterday, literally, it was on the news. Just yesterday, the Republicans tried to open the government again. They went out there, they voted on it. The Democrats didn't want to vote. It's like, how many days a week
Well,
do we
I
need to
heard
vote
it.
for
A
this?
lot of Democrats didn't even show up to vote. They was more concerned with their own primaries.
What are your thoughts on lowering the taxes for the top 1%? I'm fine with it, but the fact is everyone's taxes got lowered. I mean, why wouldn't I want to lower, people's bosses' taxes? When the boss man taxes are lower, he's going to hire more employees. He's going to give more, he's going to give higher wages. He's going to give more bonuses.
I want to lower everybody's taxes. I want to see us do away with the IRS altogether and go to just a tariff tax. Just
I'm
a 5,
100% with
10%
that.
tariff.
I have another alternative plan, but many people don't like it for whatever reason. I would probably make no taxes for people making under 150,000, maybe even
Yeah,
lower it, maybe 100,000.
Fetterman has actually shocked me. I don't know if something happened to him after he had his stroke or if this has always been him and he just finally just snapped and he's doing him. But Fetterman, I would vote for Fetterman. And I have to say, if he ran for president, I would consider voting for him. He might not be the smartest, he might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, as they say, but the man cares about his people. He cares about where he's from. And that right there is more important than brains any day of the week. You can have all the
100%.
brains in the world and not have a heart.
How to tell me you want a handout? This guy said 100% taxes on anyone making over 100 million. That just tells me you want a handout. You want a handout. Most millionaires are self-made. 85 to 90% of millionaires are self-made. You want them to work hard to give you food in your mouth because you're too lazy to work or do any kind of business or do anything whatsoever? I mean, I don't know what to tell you there, but luckily the world doesn't run like that.
Yeah. And it really is truly, there really ain't no free handout. It comes out of something. That's why I hate people saying they want free health care. They're after free health care. You know what? You don't get free health care. They're going to tax more, and then they're
Yeah,
going
I
to
broke it
apply it to you
down.
getting free health care. What I
Yep.
hear when people say free health care is, I'm going to give the government extra money and let them manage my health care. When the
Yep.
government don't manage shit well.
People making $50,000 a year are paying 15% taxes. They get most of that money, other than the Social Security and the Medicaid money. They get all their taxes back at the end of the year. So they're paying even less than 15%. In Canada, if you make $50,000 a year, you're paying 44% of your income versus less than 15%. And
Listen
that's
to this
always
stupid.
your health care.
Listen to this stupid comment. This caught my eye. Qatar has free health care and no taxes. Now, how do you have free health care and no taxes?
Oil money, maybe?
Maybe oil money, but it's coming from something. It's not technically free. It's coming from something.
Yeah, nothing is free. Either they get it from
Yeah.
the tourism business, they get it from oil, and I don't know if that's 100% true either. I feel
Albert
like Qatar probably
Einstein.
does have taxes, but I'll look it up. Also,
Albert
Qatar's a
Einstein
shithole.
said it. Albert Einstein said it the best. And this is physics. Or relativity, one of the two. It doesn't matter. Sciencey stuff. And he said, there's no such thing as a free lunch. There really ain't. It comes from something. So
Okay,
just so
Qatar
y'all.
doesn't have income tax. That is true. Qatar health insurance. Let's see if they have health insurance. Even if they did have free health insurance, I don't want to live in the middle of the fucking desert with a bunch of Muslims. No, thank you. I'd rather pay my little bit of taxes and stay
Yeah, I
away
do
from
not
that kind
want
of
to live
place.
out in the middle of the desert with someone saying, that is a
Yeah,
fucked up
no,
language,
thank you.
people. What's that?
I said, no, thank you. Not to mention, what kind of doctors do you think they have over there?
So it's not free?
It is free, but what kind of doctors do you think they have over there?
Not free ones. I mean, if they are, they ain't good ones because the good ones are going to go somewhere where they get paid.
Hey, what's up, Angela? Well, listen to Bernie Sanders. Listen to Bernie Sanders about what?
When
Better
I hear somebody
doctors
say
there?
listen to
No,
Bernie
I don't
Sanders,
believe that.
I hear listen to Big Pharma.
Very racist. Good doctors. We have more millionaires per capita than Qatar. I don't want to hear that
Yeah.
they're richer than us. Bullshit.
Qatar does not have the amount of people we have. You're not comparing apples to bananas here. You're not even comparing apples to apples. You're comparing apples to rocks.
My friend's been to Qatar. It just looks like a really shitty, poor version of Dubai.
That's some funny shit. Oh God.
A little bit more sand people and a little less, money.
Oh, Qatar is so much smarter too. Why ain't
So
you
much
there?
smarter. That's why there's less millionaires and billionaires in Qatar. Even if we bring it down to
Yeah,
per
if they're so
100,000
smart,
people, the
if
United
people in
States has
Qatar are
more
so smart,
millionaires.
then why are they surrounded by sand? I mean, look
Europe
at
is
Las
not a
Vegas.
country. Europe is a continent. Each country is managed independently. If you want to scream and cry about us having free healthcare, I'm going to bring up the numbers again for you. It's going to cost roughly 5 to 10 trillion to have free healthcare every single year
Okay.
for everybody.
For those wondering where Qatar is, it's right next to the beach.
Qatar actually does have free healthcare. It's called Dragon Walk Insurance. They drag you out into the street and walk away.
That's it.
4 likes on that already? Wow. That was pretty funny. Thank you, Ozzy. Isn't Qatar north
Oh.
of Bakersfield?
Yeah, if you're talking Indiana, yeah, I think so. I think it'd be up in Michigan. Hey, did I tell you?
Average
Did I tell you
IQ
what
in
I almost
Qatar
died?
is 80. In America, it's 97.5.
Wow, the people in Qatar aren't smarter than us.
Yeah, that's
Imagine that.
borderline retarded. I hate to tell you, but that's borderline retarded IQ level. What is
Yep,
retarded?
below 80 is
79
retarded.
or 75 or something? Or 70?
Yep. I thought it
So
was below 80.
yeah, I think it might even be below 80. So they're 1 point below retard. They're 1 point above retardation.
Hey,
Yeah, they're
that
smarter
would be
than us.
like
They're
that'd be
1
like
point above retardation. Maybe that's why they gave everyone freaking free healthcare.
it's like they're probably Minecraft people out there. You know what I mean? The Minecraft NPCs dumb as fuck.
Yeah. In America, yeah, the Minecraft NPCs. In America, you also have the option to opt out of health insurance without penalty. I think that Dave Harvey fella said he chose to live in Ukraine or some crazy shit. He's like, I moved out of America. I'm living in Ukraine now. I'm just like, holy fucking brain cells.
Let's see. GC asked if we are educated, and I would have you know that I have watched Smokey and the Bandit 1 and 2. So yes, I'm very educated.
Let's see what Russia and China thinks about it. Thinks about what?
I don't care what Russia and China think. Russia and China are bitches, just like England. We teabag them motherfuckers.
If I had to choose between to live in England or Russia or China, I'm gonna be honest with
I'd
you
probably
right
choose
now. I'm gonna
Russia.
live in Russia or China before I live in England.
Wow, you were with me. I said Russia.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go to
1000%.
China. I wouldn't go to
China
China
would be a
just
little
because
bit scarier. Russia, sure, but England,
you
oh
can't
hell no.
believe nothing China says.
Gandalf turned into an a-hole. He was always an asshole. He's always
I
claimed
was
to be
always
one.
an asshole. You just now found it. One of my nicknames, asshole.
The UK is not awesome. I've been there. It's my least favorite European country at the moment, probably.
Yeah, I think UK probably once upon a time was awesome. Say during the British invasion, the only invasion that I approve of, by the way.
Dave Harvey, have you always voted a Democrat? He can't even vote. He moved from America to live in a war-torn country in the Ukraine. That's how to tell me you don't have many brain cells. That's how to tell me you don't have too many brain cells. Where is Egypt? What do you mean? What kind of question is this?
Oh, Egypt? It's right next to the beach.
Let's put great back into Britain. I mean, they had their opportunity. They had millions of people in the streets, and they didn't. They chose not to freaking overthrow the government.
I would love to see Britain, the UK. I would love to see the UK take their country back. Unfortunately, we have an Islamic problem going on in the world today. I think we've always had an Islamic problem, just people are just now realizing it.
Up until he left the country. Obviously, he would have voted Democrat. I just can't wrap my brain around why would someone move from a free democracy, a country where you can be a mega millionaire, to a country that's being war torn, or not even a millionaire. Forget it. Put that aside. You can start your own business. You can do great jobs. You can be a trucker. You can do this or that. But why would you leave from a free democracy to a war torn country that you don't have any form of democracy other than dictatorship from Zelensky? I don't understand it. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I recommend trucking.
Oh, damn. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
See, you guys
this is
can't
my
even drop
3,000.
one single dollar to prove that you don't like Epstein or Diddy. I just
This is
said
this
drop
is
a
my
super chat if you don't like PDF
this is my $3,000
files.
trucker fan. When the AC don't work, I pull out my $3,000 trucker fan.
They said, is that your tax money? I mean, tax money didn't hit yet.
Woo, woo. Hey, it
Prop
keeps on
money.
getting bigger and
Keep
bigger.
calling him. It's prop money. It's prop money, boys.
I just have to flex it a little bit, you know? Yep,
These
that right
Democrats
there.
can't even drop a freaking super chat to tell me they don't like PDF files or Epstein. That just tells me they
Yeah, that's
love
my around
Epstein and they
town money.
love PDF files.
And then here's my spending money. This is my spending money. I don't put hundreds in. Yeah, hundreds ain't my spending money. That's my saving money. Well, it's my bullshit money. I've got my
Now go
savings
spend
in my savings account.
$1,100 at the gas station. Gas is cheap now, buddy. Gas is cheap.
But yeah, trucking does me pretty good.
Hell yeah. 3K nowadays will already cover your mortgage monthly. I mean, his house
That's
is
kind
paid
of
off,
funny.
so.
My house is paid for. I got my house paid for earlier this year, so life's been good. That's kind of how I got that tall stack of hundreds. Is because and shit, I'd have a taller stack of hundreds if I just didn't get through buying a shit ton of hardwood flooring, and I got to still buy a little bit of paint and stuff, and I got to remodel part of my house, you know. So if I didn't have a house remodel going, that stack of hundreds would be 3 times that size. But I'm gonna buy me a new car in January, I
Everyone's
think.
saying it's fake money or saying it's for his monthly
I
bills. Everyone
I
out
have
there,
some
you
fake
can't
money
even
coming.
drop a super chat to
I have
tell me
some
you
fake
don't
money.
like Epstein or PDF files. You love
Yeah,
PDF files. You love Epstein.
yeah. I have fake money coming. It's got the $100 bill on one side with Benjamin Franklin, and on the other side, it's got Trump is still your president. And I'm going to troll you Democrats with it when it comes in. I thought it came in yesterday. It didn't, by the way, Graham.
That
But
would
when
be
it comes
amazing
in,
to make YouTube videos with that dude. That would rack in so many views. That would rack
that's
in
what I'm going
so
to do
many
with it. I'm going to
views.
fold it to where you can't see the inside of it. And I'm going to put it like out in a shopping mall. I'm going to film people coming by picking it up. And they'll either rip it up, laugh, or throw it away. Or put it back down. Either way,
Hide
I'll
in
have a
the
lot of
bushes,
fun with it.
film them.
Cost
You
me,
have to
hey,
do that at the next No Kings protest. I bet you they'll
this
break down
fun,
crying.
this fun cost me $15. I got 100 of these bills for $15. I look at it as like a smile by mile type deal right here, and I'm getting a very high smile rate per mile out of these $100 bills. You just wait and see, because we know Democrats can't walk away from free money.
Oh, there's nothing in this world they love. Hell, I even asked some Democrats. I said, if Trump gave you a $2,000 stimulus check, would you be mad at him still? 99% of them said, "Oh, when you put it that way, no, I don't think I would be." So $2,000 can buy your vote and make you less pissed off about Trump. $2,000? That's just the Democrats for you. You can buy them with welfare and food stamps.
Thank you, Chris Johnson. I knew people out there would understand my smile per mile analogy.
Smile per mile. What
Yep.
Democrats did you ask? I asked most of my guests that come on this channel to complain about tariffs. I said, would you be okay with tariffs if Trump gave you a $1,000 or $2,000 check? They said, yeah, I'll be okay with it. Trump would be fine then with me. All
Someone
they
in
want is
here,
a little bit of
someone
free
in
money
here
in their
asked if
house.
this was. Someone in here asked if this was the Femboy channel, but you're actually wrong. Okay, the only Femboys is you tranny crats out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of tranny crats, especially in the Discord. For whatever reason, tranny crats are super obsessed with the Discord.
That actually, Fanny, that is my crack money. I got it from busting your mama's crack.
Oh my god.
When you go
Oh
see your
my
mama, she's
god.
walking around with a walker. Yeah, I did that.
Trucker fights 52 Diddy charges, accused of being purchased as male prostitutes. They're all asking where the government's money went. Why are you so obsessed with the government's money? Do you want it to go into
Yeah,
your
actually,
pockets? Is that why you're obsessed with it?
how much of it got embezzled in California? I mean,
Hopefully none of that. That was tariffs money. That's our country's money. Hoping for the 51st state here. Hey, Canadian boys.
yep. Hey,
We're
I'll take
hoping for you
Alberta.
too, but
But
we
that
also don't
eastern
want you
side
to
of
vote
Canada,
Democrat in our next election. But other than that, we would be okay with you guys. As long
that
as you don't
eastern,
vote Democrat, we'd be okay with this.
yeah, that eastern side of Canada, I think they call it Canada-stan. I don't want nothing to do with Canada-stan.
Yeah, me either. No Canada stand, but Alberta is welcome. All the Canadians that want to join the U.S., you should move now to Alberta because we don't want Canada stand to be part of the country.
Yep.
We already have enough Indian truck drivers. We don't need any more.
Man, I wish I could go to the White House for that UFC fight they're talking about. I don't know if they got it scheduled yet or not. I've not heard anything, but I
I heard
will
something about
pay-per-view
it.
it.
They lost their shit recently about it. You know what they found out? They found out that Trump moved the UFC fight from July 4th to Trump's birthday, and they started having a fucking fit. They're like, what
Whoop,
the
whoop,
fuck? How dare
whoop,
you move
whoop.
the UFC fight
That's
from
in
July
June, ain't it?
4th? Huh?
That's in June. That's in June then, ain't it?
I think it's July 13th is Trump's birthday. It was going to be July
Okay.
4th. And it was going to be July 4th on our 250. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. Someone can fact check me on it. I did
Well,
just see it
you
on a
know
random
what?
post.
That right there is appropriate for Trump's birthday, being that he's friends with all the people that's involved with UFC. I mean, he's good friends with Dana White. He's been good friends with everybody in UFC. So, I mean, I'm sure he'll be there with Mike Tyson and Kid Rock.
I mean, Trump's not allowed to have any fun. So if he has fun, that's unpresidential.
Let's be honest. This is going to be a little crude right here, but Trump has fun every night. He's married to a supermodel.
They weren't really related, but they were like, somewhat like a second or third cousin. Something like that. 7 million people is fake. Did you hear about the No Kings? They used the fake photo from like a 2017 protest and said, look, it's No Kings. That doesn't seem like something that just accidentally happens. You don't accidentally just show
Look,
a fake photo of the No
if
Kings protest.
Melania was disgusted with Trump the way Big Mike is disgusted with Obama, Melania would do what Big Mike does, which is not go anywhere with Obama.
I mean, they constantly say that. Melania hates Trump. Trump's wife hates him, and all this stuff. I really doubt that. He's the most powerful person in the world. You really think that she's like, oh, I hate that he ended 8 wars. I hate my husband for ending 8 wars. Oh, he's a demon. How dare he open a
Supports her
ballroom? What
husband.
demon?
Supports her husband.
I mean, that really just makes no damn sense. Let's get to a 75 now. Smash that like button. They used footage from the 2017 Boston Marathon. Dude, that just tells me that they're lying about the numbers right there.
For the No Kings?
Yeah, they said there were 7 million
Yeah.
people. They showed a photo from 2017.
Well, let me tell you something about No Kings. When you show up for a counter protest, they count the people that's on the side of the counter protest as well. So you know that their numbers are skewed from the get-go right there. Then they also have a
I don't
problem
think it's
counting.
anywhere close to 7 million. And I literally saw Owen's Fireside, the guy that made videos about us. He posted a post on YouTube and he said, well, that's 2% of the population. All we need is 3% of the population and we can overthrow the Trumpers and overthrow the government. I'm just like, what the fuck? He's trying
Okay,
to overthrow the government? That ain't gonna
let's
happen.
see. Let's just say for one moment that there were more of them than us. It would take like 100 of them to take on one of us.
Let's pretend that their numbers are real, that they have 7 million No Kings protesters.
I
7
mean,
million versus 77 million Trump voters.
all we'd have to do is send in the rednecks. I mean, they've been fantasizing about going to war with the dumbass Democrats for 20, 30 years now. They drink beer for this shit.
They don't want a civil war.
They'll
They're,
roll
they're
in
not
with
going
their
to
four-wheel
overthrow
drive, their
shit.
shotguns, and their coon dogs, and they will be ready to rip loose the coon dogs of war.
They don't even need the rednecks. The government, the National Guard, and ICE can take care of these people by themselves. Not to
Well, they
mention you
could,
got
but they're
80
not allowed to
million
interfere in
people.
a civil war.
Hmm?
Yeah, we would have to have the rednecks, but they are willing to make that sacrifice. I promise. It's not really much of a sacrifice, but they're willing to totally do it. I
I'm
mean,
just chilling with
I think they would
Huckleberry
pay us.
Santa and Rudolph the red-nosed redneck.
Yeah. At this
Okay,
point,
that's a
I
little
honestly
bit funny.
believe rednecks would pay
I'll
us
give you
to
10
do it.
points for originality. Did you hear that guy's comment? It's a little bit
Yeah, the
funny.
red Santa and his red-nosed redneck.
Yeah, that's a little bit funny.
That
I'll
right
give you.
there is my rabbit attack elf right there. Let me tell you what. I let him go, and he gets one bite on you. You fucked. You fucked. Be afraid of
I
water?
got Trump rabies.
Yep.
These Democrats are going to be sucking Trump's wiener, Kenny, all these days. Every single
Oh
day you
man.
just wake up to Trump sitting on your face. It's really unfortunate for the
Let me
Democrats.
see. See, you just had to go and start something, Graham, because
Oh. This is the average Democrat right here. Every single morning they wake up, they get on CNN, and they end their CNN session by looking like this. Sorry, Chris. Joe Biden's presidential library plan released.
yeah,
I
why ain't
heard
the
that
Democrats raising hell about this?
they denied a Trump presidential library. Man, these people are sick in their head.
Yeah,
AI
I don't
chatbot Grok spread incorrect information about the aerial footage of recent No Kings protest rally was from an old 2017 that was footage, in fact, authentic. It was not authentic. It was proven fake by multiple sources. The difference between legal and illegal immigration is just like the difference between shopping and shoplifting. It's that easy.
Democrats love shoplifting.
You guys are in a cult. Let's see if I have any good memes. Don't shoot, I'm retarded. Prove it. No kings. They're all screaming at the top of their lungs. It's true, it's true, it's true. Oh, here's something controversial I will talk about. This might be a major thing that I disagree with Trump about. Like I said, I want to do more research on this, but apparently Trump has, agreed to cancel the debt that, Joe Biden's plan that he blocked a little bit here and there. The judge blocked it as well, but he's agreeing to cancel it. Once again, I don't agree with this. I think this is a stupid idea.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Make them pay their own freaking debt. Make them pay their own debt. If you want to make college free, Trump, I'll support you there. But canceling their debt, trying to do what Sleepy Joe did, never try to do what Sleepy Joe did because he failed on all realms of presidential, ability.
How to catch a Democrat.
Free shit.
Free.
Yeah, no kidding.
See, just so y'all know, the only reason that a mousetrap works is because the mouse doesn't understand why the cheese is free. Just like a Democrat.
Let's see if this one will pop up. I see you made some counter arguments to mine, but you also use stats that hurt the feelings of marginalized people when you just mean, which means you just did a racism, pal. 10% is grand off for checkmate. I don't even know what the hell this fucking shit says, but basically this is the average Democrat. I don't got much more to say. Crying about the data you used is actually against marginalized people. If bowel movements had eyes, Jesus. Hello from Trump land, Oklahoma, America. I can't see those super tiny words, so call me illiterate if you want. Oh man, how many millions of dollars did they have to pay Snoop Dogg for this shit? I'm still. You lost me. You lost me, Snoop. I used to be with you, man. But how many millions of dollars did they
Snoop
have? Look at
was
this shit.
my generation. Snoop is my generation, and no more. I have no use for
Look,
Snoop.
Snoop Dogg features in LGBTQ themes and same-sex couples in children's cartoon Doggyland. This man used to speak against this kind of shit all the time. Now he's
Yep.
pushing same-sex relationships for kids? Let the kids figure it out themselves. If they want to do that, that's fine, but let them figure it out. That's complete garbage, Mr. Snoop. But smash that like button. Stand up and fight against fascism. Well, I guess she managed to stand up, so I'll give her points on that one. Make my coffee, please, to the all libtarded Antifa people here. Well, man, I don't want any more Starbucks bullshit.
Oh, speaking of Antifa, did you hear they got beat up by a biker gang?
I did not hear about that.
I sent you a news article on it. And let me tell you what, I didn't realize they actually had words up in the top telling you who the biker gang was. But
Who was it?
I knew who they were the moment I saw that back patch. They're out of Detroit. They were the Detroit Highwaymen. Let me tell you what, I don't like them. It's a small club, but they're violent as fuck. They spray paint their patch on the back of their jacket. They don't put a patch on. They spray paint it on. And it's just like skeleton man with wings with one of those, like,
This
I
one
don't
reminds
know,
me
leather
of you.
hat thing.
If 20 million
20 million
illegals will help
illegals.
our economy, why didn't they help their own economy?
I agree with that. Why didn't they help their... Hell, Mexico. Mexico's deporting illegals themselves now. They figured out they can't, that the illegals into Mexico is tanking their economy. No shit. You just now figuring that out?
Wow! I mean, shit, you can't really blame them for figuring that out for so long. I mean, they do have a woman president. It might
Because
take
they
them a
were
little
just
bit longer to
passing
figure
through.
stuff
But now
out.
that they ain't passing through, they're stuck with them. So they're sending them back. Imagine that. Mexico ain't no better than us.
What did they say? They say we're not. They claim they said we're not a waiting ground for the illegal alien immigrants to get into the United States. We're not a waiting zone for them to get into the United States.
I don't care what they are. That's up to them what they want to do. I just know I'm not taking illegals. If I have a choice in the matter, we are not allowing illegals into the nation. Fuck.
Hands, it was a loan. So keep crying all you want. Trump said just kill the cartels. I mean,
That
Trump
was
said
what
to
actually
finish them
caught.
off like that. Would I be against getting rid of the cartels and unaliving them? Absolutely not.
Yeah, what caught my eye to join your live stream today was actually what you were talking about when I asked to join, and I wanted to chime in on that. Okay, I'm all about supporting U.S. farmers. Okay, I am. And Trump is evidently allowing way more Argentina beef to come to the States, right?
Possibly, not yet. It's not. They're discussing it. It's not. It's not a finalized deal. It's just a discussion at the
Hope it's going
moment.
to be. I hope it happens, and I'll tell you why. It's not just me that feels this way. McDonald's feels the same way. The beef market, in particularly, is how can I put it? The beef market is inflated. We're being ripped off by the beef farmers. They've all gotten together, kind of like OPEC, and decided to charge X amount of dollars for their beef altogether, which has made the beef prices skyrocket. So if they're doing us like that, I say fuck the cattlemen and bring up that tasty Argentinian beef,
Hell yeah.
because that's bullshit. And McDonald's was in the process of exposing this. I don't know if whatever happened about it or what, but they were in the process of exposing this crooked market because it was part of what was making the Big Mac so expensive.
Not to mention, another problem I got is a lot of these
Okay, dirty money's probably
American.
right. It's probably the processors, not the cattlemen. Okay, fuck the processors.
It's a part of the problem though. This isn't the cattleman's problem either. But part of the problem is there's so little regulation around the beef industry in America. A lot of the American beef that you're buying from the store is actually coming from other countries because what they're actually allowed to do is buy beef from, Mexico, China. I don't know where the hell it's coming from. I'm not sure if it's coming from China or
No, a
not.
lot of our pork
But
comes from China.
they can buy it from other countries, and they can slap if they put it in the processor facility. They just clean it up, wash it off, whatever. They can stamp an American made stamp on it, and then they'll tell you that beef is American made beef when it's not American made beef. It's from a
It was
foreign
just
country
cut
to
up
start
here.
with, and that's what the
Smithfield.
processors are doing as well.
Smithfield is actually, if I'm not mistaken, Chinese owned. So whenever you buy Smithfield pork, there's a good chance that pork is Chinese pork.
Wow, that's crazy. See, they're all laughing and saying, "Yeah, beef from China, sure." Sure. I'm telling you guys, they are getting this beef from all around the world. They claim it's American beef. The only way to know that you're having real American beef is to shop directly from a farm that you know. Like one farm that I like to shop with is called Creekstone. They're from Arkansas. Now that's real American made beef right there. But when it comes to the stuff at Publix or the regular stuff that you're just getting from the store, that could be from anywhere. There's no freaking telling because the way the regulations work in America is they can tell you it's American beef, which really just means that it's foreign bought beef went to an American processing plant. They put a stamp on it. They cleaned it off and said it's American beef. That should be illegal. That should be illegal. RFK needs to get on that shit. RFK Jr. needs to be, fixing
Yeah,
up the food industry a little bit more than he is. But he'll hopefully he gets around
the
to it.
bong. The bong says they declared American just when it was cut in the U.S. And he's absolutely right. And that is bullshit.
Now USDA choice, I don't know if that's actually even still American made meat. I'll tell you that about in 2 seconds. That's an interesting question. USDA, is it American beef? Yes or no? I mean, it can be. It's probably the same thing, to be honest with you. If the regulations are so loose that they can cut the meat and clean it, do whatever, and tell you it's American beef when it's not, then that probably tells me that USAD is probably fake as well. So, but that's definitely a
Hey,
good question. I
Matthew
will look it up.
Suggs. Matthew Suggs loves Epstein.
Oh, we got a bunch of people that love Epstein in here. If you don't love Epstein, why don't you drop a super chat and tell us you don't like Epstein? Everyone can afford
Yep.
99 cents, but what you cannot afford is to be an
Hey,
Epstein
mods.
PDF file lover.
Yeah, mods, you don't have to time people out right now for non super chatted Epstein comments, because the people that's asking where Epstein whatever is, those are the people that loves Epstein. So we're letting
If they
everybody
didn't
know.
love Epstein, they would have dropped a super chat to tell us that they don't love
Yeah.
Epstein. But they obviously do love Epstein.
Yep.
I'm looking it up. I'm curious about USDA beef. Aha! Once again, USAID beef does not guarantee that the beef is from cattle born and raised and slaughtered in the United States. USAID means nothing. It does not mean that the beef you're eating is from the United States. It's fake. It's just a fake bullshit thing that they're lying to you about. USAID does
Yeah,
not
I
guarantee
knew
that your
Brazil.
meat is from
I
America.
didn't know it was the major import, but I knew Brazil was a large portion of our beef.
USAID beef imported from USAID approved countries: Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Brazil. It's processed in those countries and then it's re-inspected and labeled in the USA. If you don't think that's a problem, then you're wrong. That's a huge problem. We shouldn't be getting lied to about where our food comes from. China isn't on there? Well, I guarantee you if I look now, if there's any beef or pork that comes from China, there probably is.
Yeah, I
And that
thought we
was just
got
an
beef from
example. I'm not
Argentina as
saying it
well,
does or doesn't.
but we might be getting more beef from Argentina.
And that
I
would
love
lower the
beef.
prices. They complain about the prices. They
Beef.
complain that we don't need to. The funny thing is, these are the same Democrats that are saying, we don't need tariffs. We can buy shit from other countries. It's fine. But then when we tell them we're going to do a deal with Argentina, they say, oh no, we need to support American farmers and buy everything.
Yeah, I love beef. Beef's probably my spirit food. I mean, if there's one food that
China
definitely.
is approved for USDA. So, yeah, we're getting shit from China. They're approved to export cooked pork products. So yeah, there are pork products that are coming from China. It's labeled USDA and you're eating it and you don't even realize it. So I don't know what to tell you. And China was approved in 2017 to sell us beef. That's fucked up.
Yes, beef is my spirit food. Like some people's spirit food is pizza, which I do like pizza, but my ultimate spirit food is definitely beef, because I love a good ribeye. I love a good New York strip. You want to put a smile on my face? Come over to the house with a couple of ribeyes. I'm like, oh, I will
I
throw these
just
on the
told
grill
you,
like right now.
USDA approved China to sell us pork and beef. I don't think they sell us any beef currently, but they're approved to do so. They definitely sell us pork, though. That's facts. Nothing better than a hamburger.
Well, in 2017, Trump didn't have the support in Congress that he does today. And come midterms, that support gonna get even better. Y'all just wait and see.
He's the president
Y'all,
of the United States. He can't be responsible for every sector of the government. Now, the people he puts in place are responsible. I don't like his cabinet from back then too much. I think in 2016, 2017, he was about the only good one in his entire cabinet, which sucks. But now we got RFK Jr. This should be the number one thing moving forward that RFK Jr. focuses on. The lies in the American food labeling, the lies they tell you. It should be a crime to tell you a steak is from America when it's from
I like
China or
Javier
Brazil.
Milei. I don't even know a whole lot about Javier, except he's got a badass haircut. I wish I had hair like that.
Dude has a freaking chainsaw.
Yeah, I love his energy.
I don't give a flying fuck if RFK is a scientist. The last House Secretary wasn't a scientist or a doctor either. They were an attorney, just like him.
Yeah, would you Would
The
you
only
trust the
doctor was
life?
the assistant health secretary, which had a penis and claimed to be a woman. So I'm heading to
Yep.
breakfast with the guys. I'm going to have a nice local slice of pork and my eggs and hash browns. Hell yeah. I don't know if you're listening to our discussion before, but when you buy meat from the supermarket, it says USDA. That doesn't
Dirty
mean it's
money.
American steak. It can be from
Dirty Money
anywhere.
says Argentina loan and beef deal is based on who wins the upcoming election. When is the upcoming election? And that does sort of make sense. I mean, I wouldn't want to bail out Argentina if they're just going to hand the government over to a bunch of liberals that's going to tank their economy anyway. That's a waste of money. But you help out a country with decent leadership, that's a valid fight. So I would like to know more about that.
You obviously don't understand what USDA is. I've explained it to you multiple times how they're lying to your face. If you want to know more about USDA, you can drop super chats. RFK is a certified genius. He's done stuff for the health industry. America was literally the only country in the world that was using these food dyes still that literally cause health issues.
Listen to this shit. Bill Gates has actually developed a new technology that convert huge steaming piles of human poo into high quality T-bone steaks, thus reducing the carbon print from the earth. Let me tell you what, that's Democrat food, okay? I'm not eating Democrat food. These local dumbass farmers around here, they have concocted a way of turning ordinary grass in the field into prime USDA beef. It's called getting a cow and letting it graze in the pasture for about a year and a half.
That's Bill Gates. I'm not going to be eating Bill Gates butter. I'm not going to be eating Bill Gates poo steaks. I'm not going to be eating Bill Gates insect cocktails. I'm not going to be drinking any of
Let's
those.
be honest. Democrats suck Bill Gates sausage.
I think that would be kind of funny to wear a tinfoil hat and write Trump
I
2028
appreciate that
on
dirty
it.
money.
It's Friday. If you don't like PDF files and you don't like Epstein and you got a question to ask, drop a super chat. Other than
Thank
that,
God it's Friday. Dude, I am so wore down. I thought we was going to have an early day today. This job ain't going to take long. They'll be done. They'll be hollering at me anytime to come pick the equipment up. And all of us are going to be sitting around until at least 3 o'clock because we can't start the next job, which is a school, until after 3 o'clock. Dude, I'm going
the
to
real
end up
question
clocking
is,
out today
Shukla,
with 60 hours.
down bad you can't drop 99 cents to prove that you don't like Epstein? I know you love Epstein. You don't got to say it, but just your silence shows a lot.
Hey,
Your
Papa
silence shows
Sim
a
loves
lot, bro.
Epstein. Papa Sim loves Epstein. He has declared undenying love and devotion to Epstein.
Jamie loves Epstein. They love Epstein and they love Bill Gates sausage.
If I was a sellout, I need a payout first, and I ain't had one of them.
Yeah, tell Israel to give us our $7,000 checks because we love Israel. Tell them to give us our
We're like
$7,000
pro-Israel.
checks.
We're like pro-Israel. We ain't got shit.
Because I heard if you had a pro-Israel YouTube channel, if you were a pro-Israel influencer, they would give you $7,000. Where's my check, Israel?
I think there's some bullshit shenanigans involved in that. Might
Here, I
even be
gotta
some
email
misinformation.
Benjamin
I mean,
Netanyahu and ask him where my check is because I love Israel.
yeah. And let's talk about Israel for a minute because everybody loves to talk about Israel. What was going on in Gaza about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Everybody been screaming for months or for a year now about what's going on. What's been going on in Israel or in Gaza? Started with a G, ended with a side. What was it?
They said genocide, genocide.
Genocide. That's it. Oh, genocide. Wow. Let's see here now. Okay, everybody's been screaming that the genocide needs to stop. Okay, we have a current ceasefire. Guess what? People still dying in Palestine. Maybe, just maybe it's a hunch. Maybe Hamas and Hezbollah have been constantly killing people, period, now for years. They can't stop killing people. So
Yeah, here's a
maybe.
crazy idea. Here's a crazy idea. Maybe the people that claim that they're a terrorist organization are the ones that are genociding people. Wow! Who would have knew? Who would have guessed? Here's a
Yep,
super chat,
blows
though.
my
I'll
mind
ask you
how
this
dumb
one. I'll
liberals
ask you
can
this
be.
one. As a Trump supporter, how do you feel about Trump covering up Epstein?
I don't really think it's been covered up.
Yeah,
I
I
know
don't
there's a
think it's
lot
been
of people.
covered up either. We released
I mean,
files.
did you read how many pages were in the files?
Did you read them?
I didn't. I'm
I
just
read
wondering
a
how many
couple
pages.
of the pages. I didn't read through all of them, but the Democrats read no pages of the Epstein files. None. They don't care about the Epstein files. They just care about them saying Trump was involved.
They want to
The
see a
list
little
is slowly
paper
coming out, by the
from
way.
Epstein with Trump's
There's
name on
a
it.
couple different parts. Every single week they're releasing more and more Epstein files. And why aren't you reading any single file? This is Trucker Zach. Why did I get timed out? Someone timed you out? Who timed you out?
Yeah.
Dirty Money. Did you Gear Jammer? Who timed Trucker Jack out? Zach out.
Huh.
Did another trucker just time another trucker out? Maybe it was an accident.
Zach. Right now, really, I don't see anybody with any crazy Epstein things. And besides, I feel like that when somebody without a super chat says anything about Epstein, they're declaring undenying love for Epstein. So we don't need to time them out. We just know they're a weirdo. Let them keep
Jesus
talking.
is MAGA. Hamas is demonic. Agreed. I don't know what happened to you, Mr. Trucker Zach. I can make this account a moderator if you want. Here you go. Now you're a moderator. If you want to get revenge for whoever did this to you, you can do it.
I love revenge. It is so intoxicating, more than alcohol.
I was in Israel in 2005 when they were evacuating Jews from Gaza. It was the saddest day. The IDF soldiers were even crying. Yeah, that is sad. Epstein lovers speak up.
He got awful quiet about Epstein all of a
Were you
sudden.
crying this hard when Hunter's laptop was buried? Were you crying this hard when Ashley Biden's diary was buried? Can I be a mod? I'm a carpenter. I mean, I've never seen
We
you in
gotta get
chats
to
here
know.
before, but if you drop a $10 super chat, I can give it a try. What it's like to make you a
We gotta get
moderator.
to know.
We gotta
A
get to
good
know
way of
you
doing
really.
it.
But if you drop
Yeah,
a $10 super chat, I'll give you a temporary pass. As long as you're not kicking people out left and right, you can stay a moderator.
yeah. Because one way of getting to know us is showing up to our shows and leaving a lot of comments, and we get a feel for you. Another way, a faster way, is to join our Discord and just have some civil conversations with people in Discord, and especially with us. And then we end up giving people moderator status that way, because it only takes one false moderator, someone pretending to be one of us that becomes a moderator. They can time out the show and kill this show for the next 24 hours. And that's what we have to be on the lookout for. We can't
Yeah,
have
they can
any
time out people for 24 hours, and
yeah, and we don't need any fake. And I'm not saying you are, but we cannot have any fake conservatives or
I didn't
fake
know I was
MAGA.
begging. Please, please
And
drop me super chats,
there's
please.
a Democrat or two, there's a liberal or two that's moderators, ain't they? It's just level-headed people.
I've been kindly asking you guys for months to kiss. We would kiss for a $20 super chat. See, it's gonna take at least $20 for us to kiss because you see that tongue. I ain't doing it for any. $20 is $20. Here you go, lol. I said 20, not 2.
Yeah, what the hell?
Damn it, guys. We really wanted to kiss. We can't. More gay dims trying to see y'all smooch.
Yeah, I know it. Well,
I
we're too
think this
attracted
fella
to.
is Indian because I seen his other account and it has an Indian name. He still has kind of an Indian name. That would make sense why he can only drop,
I
$2
tell you what,
super chats after we tell
I
him
only
20
got
is
a few.
20.
I'm gonna have to go in the next few minutes. But I tell you what, $20 super chat or get our likes to 100. You get our likes to 100. Oh
Kiss!
shit! Fuck you, Zachary. Mm. Woo!
That tongue, I think he likes you.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to use some hand sanitizer. Oh, I hear this shit'll make you go blind, but it got the nasty taste of Graham out of my mouth.
Clip it. Clip it. They're gonna clip it and post it all over Reddit again. Eric, you gotta turn your head to the right to give Graham a kiss. To the right? Am I
I
on the
did
right
it.
screen or am I on the left screen? Because on my screen. Oh! A French!
Yeah, that's about the only thing
Oh,
good
they
the
said
French
we're
have
turning
come
the
up
wrong
with
way.
is
We're turning the
crepes
wrong way.
and French
So
kissing.
Here, you turn this way. You turn this way. You turn this way, and I'm gonna turn this way. Did that work for you guys? I guess my screen is on the right and your screen is on the left. But for me, my screen's on the left, their screen is on the right. This is
Yeah,
the
that's the
day
way
the
mine
Lord
is.
has
You're on my
made.
left, I'm
I
on
will
your right.
rejoice and be glad in it. Hell yeah. That's a Bible verse. I don't know what verse it is, but
Yeah. Gave you a like, Davey PJ.
it doesn't count though because we both said no homo.
Hey, did I tell you I learned Spanish?
No.
I did. I even got out to our Spanish crew. We actually got some Spanish speaking concrete guys working again. I got out of the truck and I said, SOCKS. They looked at me real funny. I said, SOCKS. Then they looked at me a little funnier and I said, SOCKS. And then I pointed down at my boots. I said, socks. It spells socks. SOCKS.
Someone said that's actually kind of funny. Ashley Biden's diary is Epstein's files. Shower with dad. I don't know what that means, but I'm just slightly disturbed now.
Ashley Biden's diary is actually creepy. I believe people would buy it if somebody was to take it word for word and just change it into a book and sell it at Books A Million. I believe that they would sell
You
a
know,
million of
2
those books.
guys in Florida got caught and arrested for trying to sell it.
Really?
They were trying to sell it for $40,000, but they got arrested and put in prison.
Why? What's
Apparently.
the crime? Did they obtain the diary legally?
I don't remember what the crime was, but they figured out how to charge them with some kind of crimes. I can look it up real quick and tell you.
Yeah, because I mean, I know that what I heard was that the diary was found in a home someone bought from Joseph Piss Pounds Biden. if that being the case, everything left
Two
in the
Florida
house.
residents. In 2020, shortly before the U.S. presidential election, Ashley Biden's items, tax records, and cell phone and family photos were stolen from a home in Delray Beach. So I guess that's how Ashley Biden's diary actually came out, because it was stolen out of one of Biden's house. In Florida, she had temporarily stayed and stored her belongings. Two Florida residents, Amy Harris, Kamala Harris, and Robert Kirkland discovered the items and conspired to sell them for profit, aiming to capitalize on the connections to President Joe Biden's diary. This led to federal charges, guilty pleas, and sentencing. How long were they given anyway? One of them was given 1 year in prison, 3 years home confinement, and 3 years probation. The other was given 6 months home confinement and 3 years probation. They both had to pay $20,000 in restitution.
Ozzy says yes, the diary was left at a rehab that Ashley had been at. She left it there. Wow, is every one of Biden's kids on drugs?
I guess so. Even Biden's on drugs. They doped him up like Hitler, just with a little bit less strong meth.
Yeah, the people want to compare Trump to Hitler, when you could make the comparison of Biden to Hitler, being that Biden's probably getting a cocktail issued to him by a doctor, just like Hitler did.
Oh, I saw that Biden. Well, congratulations to Joe Biden on one thing. Congratulations to Joe Biden on finishing his radiation therapy. I saw he rang the bell yesterday, and I know that's a big thing for cancer patients. And since Democrats can't seem to show the kindest little bit of humanity in their personalities, I figured I would congratulate Biden on that. He looks like he's gonna beat this cancer, even though it has like stage 4. I don't know how, but I guess he's gonna win.
Yeah, I don't like him, but I don't wish nobody died by cancer.
Hell no, that's horrible. That's horrific. Someone says they don't believe he has cancer. Why would he lie about that?
It's an awful thing to lie about.
Yeah, people that lie about having cancer are fucking psychos. I love these people that talk about Don Jr. that he's on coke, but literally we've never seen any proof. We have proof of Hunter Biden smoking crack on several occasions. Hell,
show us the proof, and we will share it on live stream.
There is no proof. His proof is he had a snotty nose one day, and he was going and went like that, and apparently that makes you on coke.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to hop off here in a moment.
Yeah, I do too. They're going to be calling here in a minute anyways, but I appreciate everybody coming along for our little talk session. I ain't got to talk to everybody since last Saturday for our No Kings that I was assaulted at, just so everybody knows.
It's now, not peaceful.
Need to realize what assault is. They're like, oh, they don't consider us hitting someone's assault. I wasn't hit. I was grabbed. That's assault. If I was hit, I would have been battered. It's called battery.
Yeah, they don't know any of the legal terms or definitions for pretty much anything.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to be on for our regular tomorrow morning stream, right?
Yes. Yep, of course.
So everybody, come find us again in the morning about 7 a.m.
7 a.m. See you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, but I'll be streaming a little bit later as well. But peace out, everybody. Have a good one.